Who thought let's tuck the light behind the grill and also tuck it down there? Fuck you!
Why are these new cars built cheap as fuck?
And this is why mechanics hate engineers.
Experienced mechanics are finally speaking out about the real reasons they struggle with today's vehicle designs, and what they're revealing may change the way you look at modern cars. In this video, we'll uncover the engineering decisions that make many repairs more complicated, more expensive, and more frustrating than ever. Before we begin, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest automotive insights.
Been a mechanic for 5 years for John Deere. And sometimes I still look at new machines and think, what the f is this over-engineered piece of shit?
I don't understand why Ford thought putting this drain plug in front of this sway bar was a good idea. Because when you take it off, oil just splashes fucking everywhere.
It's lazy, anti-mechanic design all around, making routine service harder and wasteful on purpose, like they want you stuck paying dealership prices instead of doing basic care yourself.
Mechanics always say they hate engineers. This Lincoln is a prime example of it. You're supposed to do a cabin air filter, right? Well, to do so, you have to remove the glove box. Well, Lincoln, in their infinite wisdom, decided to hide screws that you have to take out in order to take this thing out. So it's got 4. Here, which you can get to by dropping this door open. And then there's one down here, and then there's one over here. This one is hidden by this gigantic panel. This gigantic panel is trapped by this panel back here. And then you have to pop this panel off, and these pop tabs require you to pull this way. Well, guess what you need to pull this way? Space. Guess what you don't have? Space. And then, once you pull it out, you then have to pull backwards because it has more pop tabs up here. So it's not just as simple as pulling this way. You also then have to pull this way. And then you would think to yourself, okay, well, I've got 3 screws. That surely should be it. No, you have to pop this panel down because it's hiding the screw over here. So you finally get all of that done, right? This panel also comes off. It's down there. Unhook the stupid light. And then you're like, okay, surely this will just fall right out. Nope, you have to have it at the right specific angle, and this is still kind of in the way, so that makes that kind of hard. Now I can just pull it out, right? No, there's more screws. Check this out. Toyota Camry. Look how easy this is. I'm gonna do this one-handed while filming. You open the glove box, pull a door off. There. Cabin air filter.
Total madness. Basic maintenance shouldn't mean tearing half the vehicle apart just to reach a simple filter, turning a quick, cheap job into hours of struggle and huge extra cost.
So every airplane job, you have to use a maintenance manual. All right? It's like our Bible. You have to use the maintenance manual for every job. So I'm removing a switch. No big deal. What they don't tell you is there's no fucking access. All they say is take off the cover, remove the safety wire, disconnect it, put the other new one back in, job done. Motherfucker.
And this is why mechanics hate engineers. Take a look. So here's our lower slide that our Allen socket fits beautifully in, right? But take a look at this Chevy. Take a look at this Chevy. Come on. You mean to tell me you couldn't have manufactured that so it's just a easy, quick thing? Because what we got to do at this point, we're going to have to loosen the top bolt. We're going to have to take the top bolt that mounts the bracket to the actual vehicle out, loosen the lower one, flop the caliper this way, and then I'll be able to get my Allen socket on there and tighten it all up. But man, I'll tell you, dude, these freaking engineers, man, man, what a freaking joke sometimes. I mean, it was bad enough that I had to beat the shit out of that thing for 20 minutes. It's bad enough that the freaking slide pin bolts, the hex, stripped out. I mean, we're working on the snow. I mean, at least the sun's shining, and at least it's not freezing cold out here, so where there's a will, there is a way.
Hello, I'm a really smart engineer, and I put the control arm bolt behind the steering rack, so you have to drop the steering rack to take the control arm bolt out, and then for the other control arm bolt, I put it behind 1, 2, 3 pieces of plastic, so you have to take all of that out just to get this other control arm bolt out.
Mechanics all.
This ain't 1990 anymore. We shouldn't have to take the whole fucking grill off to put your fucking gay ass headlights in.
It really doesn't help because of this brush guard in the way. I can't pull straight on the grill, and I plan on getting a new grill anyway. But I don't want to break it right now. I don't want to buy another grill right now. Just who thought of this? Who thought let's tuck the light behind the grill and also tuck it down there? Fuck you. Fuck you, GM. I hate you sometimes. And then you also have these gay-ass plastic clips that fucking break in the goddamn grill. You guys are stupid, okay? Sometimes.
You see that shit? That's how you do it. Ingenuity. All right, and people wonder why mechanics hate engineers. I gotta get this bolt out of here. Look at this. Really? Really? But you're not gonna defeat me today. You know why? Because I've been doing this shit too long. Hold on, I'm gonna show you exactly what to do right now. All right, you think you're gonna defeat me, huh? Not today, my friend. Oh, got it. How you like me now? Ah. How do you like me now, engineers? Huh? What's up? What's up with that, huh? You see that shit? That's how you do it. Ingenuity. Now, I could just, take the 2 bolts off of the bracket. It wouldn't have made for a good video. Alright guys, like and follow.
Either zero thought for the people who maintain these cars, or deliberate design to make DIY impossible and force you to pay dealership labor for every little job.
Why mechanics hate engineers?
Ford Bronco Sport. Underneath the vehicle, drain pan, front of the vehicle, there's your bolt. What the fuck are you thinking, Ford?
I want to go on a little mini rant about these new cars. These car producers, they make the most simple jobs. Why are there no bulbs in the headlight assembly? You telling me I need to change out the whole... I need to change out the whole assembly? Why is there no slot for the oil pan bolt and oil pan filter? Why do I have to take off a whole fat ass cover that covers the whole bottom of the car to change some oil? Why are these new cars built cheap as fuck, but expensive? Everything is cheaper quality, but the car is more fucking expensive. Oh, but you add a backup camera. You add a backup camera and you think everything's good now. Fuck Nissan. Fuck Dodge. Fuck everybody.
Total circus move, designed just to cost you way more. Simple quick fixes gone. Basic maintenance turned into overpriced replacement. All so they profit more every time something small burns out.
So what's this whole thing that I'm hearing that Congress wants to pass a law where independent shops like myself and people at home can't fix their own vehicles if they want to? I mean, last I checked, this was America. Land of the free, home of the brave, land of the freely passed bullshit laws. And all because all the modules they're sticking in these vehicles and the scan tool companies are coming out with aftermarket scanners that can get into the immobilizer system, and you can take off with a vehicle and do so as you please. Let me tell you something. If somebody wants to steal a vehicle, they're going to. And if somebody wants to come up with their own software to do that, they're going to. There's always going to be bad actors. And I guess I'm wearing the appropriate shirt today. Don't be a douche. And I'm sorry if there's any kids watching. Don't repeat that. But I think this law, or whatever they got put up, the bill, not law yet, it's a bill, needs to be just see ya, gone, because that's going to put a lot of shops out of business, including myself. Then you'll no longer see Auto Tech Mike. It's going to be Auto Tech Unemployed. And I think that's why I'm kind of speaking up right now, because this don't need to happen. If you buy a vehicle, you own it. You can do so with that vehicle as you please, unless it's Ferrari. If you want to take off and do your own brakes, do your own brakes. You bought the vehicle. And who cares if independent shops are cheaper than dealerships? It's always been like that. If you guys would stop adding modules to the vehicles for every little thing, like do a cigarette lighter module, cup holder module, I'm just naming off some weird modules, but stop adding all those. who cares? Like, you ever heard of the term KISS? Keep it simple, stupid? Let's go back to that. Like this whole thing that I'm seeing where if you get into your vehicle and you're a little bit highly elevated and your heart rate's up or your eyes are wide or whatever, the vehicle won't start, it won't let you do anything. Like, okay, so if I want to take and run from a tornado, I guess I can't.
2015 Jeep Wrangler with a 3.6 liter engine. Okay, somebody needs to be held responsible for this. On these valve cover gaskets, if you have to unbolt something all the way in the back corner while at the same time running expensive dealership only plastic lines just to be able to get a valve cover off, you failed as an engineer. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You failed. Whoever thought that that was a brilliant idea, you're lucky we don't live in the USSR and I have any kind of position of power, because I'd have you shot. You're lucky we don't live in North Korea, because your family, 3 generations in, would still be paying for your crimes. You're lucky we don't live in the Tang Dynasty. Dishonor. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cows.
So Corey and I finally got this 2.3 long block out of this Bronco. And this is our first one. I've never had a 2.3 out. So that's the old one. We got to strip a little bit down to put it onto this one. But we were taking a look at kind of the general engineering and how much of a pain in the ass it was to get out. And we were looking, and if you guys notice, this is the motor mount. Okay, you got a mount, it has a stud that goes up through here, the stud and the nut attach it here. If you guys notice, the oil filter's right there. This oil cooler and the cooler, which has 2 coolant lines, inlet, outlet, is all one piece. God forbid this chunk right here breaks, or the oil cooler leaks and has a crack in it, you have to replace the entire motor mount assembly just to fix it. One piece. Talk about fucking stupid. No bueno.
I don't get paid enough for this crap.
No.
That is next level dumb engineering. Oil cooler, coolant lines, and motor mount all crammed into one single part. So one tiny leak or crack means you're forced to buy the whole expensive assembly instead of just the broken piece.
We got ourselves a Kia Stinger with a 3.3 twin turbo engine. Today we are replacing an alternator on it. Customer reports that their battery wasn't charging, the vehicle died on them, and the alternator ended up seizing up on them, and the belt completely melted, as you see a lot of the gunk inside there. So to remove the alternator in this car, we have to drop the engine in order to access it, because the turbo, as you can see, gets bolted up right in the way of our alternator. So we're going to drop the whole drivetrain down on the chassis, or on our cart here, just to access this little alternator. So you think something so little like that would be so quick and easy? No, not always.
One of the things in today's world that is causing the average repair of your car to go up is the fact that automotive engineers used to think about us when they designed and built these cars. This is not a new car. This is a 2005 Honda CR-V, but as you can see here, we are doing a differential fluid drain and fill, which is on most cars 60,000 mile-ish service, but it should be simple. You pull the drain plug, let the oil run out, put it back in, pull the fill plug, and you fill it up until the fluid comes out. Really quick and easy. However, when the auto manufacturer decides to mount additional things in the way of the drain and the fill plugs here, we can no longer get this stuff out and get our tools in. If we pulled this plug, the drain plug out, it's going to end up filling this thing with oil, and then it drips for a while, and we cannot get to the fill plug that's up here on the top. And so we end up having to take more components out of the vehicle to do a service when they could have easily just designed it to be on this side. If the drain and fill plug were on this side where there's lots of room, this would have saved every one of the clients that drive these cars tons of money. It's out of our control. We are not the ones designing these cars, unfortunately, and if we would make things like this happen, but we're just here to keep them on the road and keep them going strong, and we have to deal with things like this, which unfortunately ends up costing the clients more money.
It's the sad new reality. They build for profit and compliance only, never thinking about owners or mechanics. Simple maintenance becomes torture, and we're left paying the price for their manufacturing shortcuts.
Did you know automakers are actively pushing for legislation to make it illegal to work on your own vehicle. The Ford CEO says there are so many specialty tools needed nowadays, it's just not safe. It's incredibly dangerous. Well, who made it that way?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.